Hi, Paul here again for Guitar World Magazine, and this month we'll be looking at BBE Sound's brand new and colorful pedals, the Mindbender and the Soul Vibe. Now, these pedals look really ultra cool, and just by looking at them, I know they're going to sound great, which is why they're going to get the Platinum Award. The Mindbender is a basic analog vibrato chorus pedal, and it allows you to toggle between the two effects via this foot switch, and of course this foot switch turns it off. Basic speed and depth controls. And moving over to the Soul Vibe is more of a univibe rotary speaker simulator pedal, very Jimi Hendrix sounding. It has controls for speed and intensity, and you can kick it in, and both pedals, when you kick in, you'll see the LED shows the pulse rate on both, but you'll see that later. Both pedals are true bypass and come with the included 9-volt AC adapter, and both can be powered by battery. Let's begin with the Mindbender pedal. As its name implies, this is an extreme effect, so anything past 12 o'clock on the speed and depth controls, you'll get an incredible feeling of motion sickness. So I'm going to start with the vibrato effect and get a very cool sounding vibrato, and you'll get to hear what that sounds like. Here we go. Just by moving the depth control a notch, we're going to get a little bit more of an extreme vibrato. Let's hear what that sounds like. Using a little bit of gain, I'm going to get a very extreme setting on the vibrato by pulling the speed all the way up and the depth just about 3/4 of the way, and get almost like a ray gun effect. Now let's move over to the chorus side of this effect, and that is achieved by clicking this switch, and you can see the yellow light indicates now you are in chorus mode. So let's start with a very classic chorus sound by really dialing back the speed knob over here and keeping the depth knob just about where it is right now. Now let's try a different chorus setting, getting more of a rotary sound by dialing the speed all the way back and pulling the depth down a bit. Now we're going to use the same rotary chorus, but this time I'm going to ramp it up, pull the speed all the way up, and really get into some chorusy sound. And notice how the blue LED pulses to how fast the chorus rate is. So here we go. Finally, as I mentioned before, this pedal sounds very much like you're getting seasick. So let's demonstrate that by moving over to the vibrato mode, and I'll show you what I mean. And you can really get some far out effect Moving over to the soul vibe, just look at this pedal. The graphic alone makes me want to buy this pedal. This is a great sounding pedal. And of course, it's analog, Drew bypass. The minute I kick it in, you'll get to hear what I mean. You really get that 60s Jimi Hendrix type of sound. So what you just heard is basically a classic univibe type of sound, and by moving the intensity, you can get, major differences from subtle to extreme. Let's get more of an extreme sound. Using the same setting, which I played with a lot of gain, this setting also sounds great when I play it clean. The soul vibe also does a great Beatlesque type of sound, almost like a rotary or a Leslie speaker as well. Let's just move that right about here, and you'll get to hear what I'm talking about. The soul vibe is great for adding a bit of color to long sustained chords. So let's hear what that sounds like as I move the intensity up. The Mindbender and Soul Vibe are wonderful additions to BBE Sound's line of stomp boxes. Not only do they sound great, but you can never go wrong adding a bit of modulation to your overall guitar sound. Definitely check these out.